Hey, today I was going to do more maximization, but then I realized that I've got kind of like patchwork mid-tier builds at the moment. Like, I've got, you know, a good foundation for a good build with like every single element, but nothing like truly concrete or optimal. So I figured instead of just, you know, grind fruitlessly, why don't I record with one of the characters that I plan on using for my maximization. Now, lightning is actually pretty good right now. Let's see, I've got 12% attack speed on it. The defense is going to be good. Ideally, if I could get one with attack speed and then the Muso regen and defense, that would be pretty much optimal. You don't even really need attack speed with lightning. It's going to be so fast anyway if you keep chaining things together, because that's just the native or natural bonus that you get for using lightning gems, especially if you have it on all 6 slots. And then the rest of the stuff is average. So I'll go ahead and do a farming session here, see what happens. Haven't done this in a while. I don't remember the exact route that I used. Off to a pretty bad start. 2 officers down and they haven't dropped anything. Got some playables over here, so hopefully they'll help out a little bit. Really wish they'd optimize this game so I could run it better. That's kind of one reason why I haven't been playing it that much. Drop something. That was a good combo. There we go. See? Reverse psychology worked. Or actually just encouraging him worked. Yeah, this one's pretty junk. Speed plus 5 is useless, and so is the projectile damage. Really, really bad roll. No, he gave me a Book of Muso instead. What a troll. I'm also kind of on the fence about going too hardcore on maximization because I have a feeling that the new weapons that are coming out next month, which I assume is going to be pretty much exactly a month from now, given to how late they got out the season pass for April, that's probably going to have like scenarios or little stages that you can do as well. So I haven't wanted to like go too hard on this, especially if next month there's going to be an even better scenario, which I kind of doubt. I think the new Heifei Castle is actually about as good as it gets, but I could be wrong at the same time. We'll see how much patience I have to try to get a really optimal Lord Gem build. For all I know, they might add a patch or something that will make it easier or faster or more convenient or something. Seems like they have been working on a patch according to the Steam database, so maybe that'll help. Upload's been getting throttled lately too, so it's kind of been bumming me out. I haven't been able to like stream or anything. Obviously, streaming's not like a source of income for me or anything, but it kind of helps with my loneliness and stuff. I haven't really been able to. The internet speed's been too sporadic. One nice thing about Gunvolt, even though people clearly were not really interested in watching that game, is it kept the downloads or the file sizes small. This game has makes massive size videos on my my hard drive. So when my upload gets throttled, it can take like over a half hour or more to upload. Now it used to take me like 10 hours to do that same amount of data, so I can't really complain, but it does kind of set me back a little bit sometimes depending on what I was planning on doing for the day. Like, we're paying for pretty much the best internet possible, and it seems like they very rarely give us what we're paying for. I think the reason the officers don't drop lore gems in the DLC is because they would slow down the game a lot. It does slow down the like your character and everything because it completely stops you to tell you what gem you got. And since it grades you depending on how much time you take, I guess they figured they didn't want you to have constant interruptions. But I think it would be nice if maybe the next 2 DLC packs will actually have a mission where you can just farm lore gems or something. I would like that component of the game to be improved. I think it's pretty good considering that, you know, they just added it in a free update and there wasn't really any fanfare or hype around it. But it's just far too random. I'm lucky to have the builds that I do right now. I just wish that I had more like concrete control over what I got, or you know, being able to change the elements, because I have some gems that are like near perfect, but they have like one or two things wrong with them that just makes them suboptimal. Alright. So far this is pretty bunk. I only got one gem drop, and it was a trash one. Playing a lot of action MMOs has kind of taught me sometimes it's just like not worth grinding too hard on something. As if enough people complain about it, then the developers will just change it and make it far easier or tolerable, depending on how bad it was before. So it's like, you know, there's like nothing going on right now. There's no big releases or anything for me to dump tons of time into, but if they're gonna make it so I could just use the current gems that I already have, then I don't want to like grind like crazy. Yeah, no, the past couple times I've done this, it just hasn't dropped anything of note at all. So morale kind of went in the dumpster. Tell by how bad I'm playing. Drop something, please. No? This part of the farming routine has way more like playable officers, so just by default you have a much higher chance of getting a Lord Gem. Sometimes the game will still troll you and give you a bunch of junk. Still worth taking out the generics anyway, in the off chance that they do drop something, but the chance is much lower. Yeah, see, as soon as I say that, drop something. So the worst thing about this one is the health. 36 health is not that much. It's not the kind of thing you want on a gem. Hey, there we go. Ooh, wow. That is an amazing gem. Attack plus 24%. That's going to be great if I start running wind builds again. There's pretty much nothing wrong with this gem at all. Alright, so that makes this run worth it. Now I've got to see if the uniques are going to drop anything. I hate when they get stuck like that. Another win one. Let's see what it gives me. Yeah, this one is borderline. Health plus 13 is junk. Not terrible, but far from optimal. It's giving me some really bunk ones, so I can't complain too much. I like how this has more of an actual purpose with the DLC. I think that's kind of an underappreciated part of the DLC. I mean, that first pack is, I mean, to be fair, it's pretty lackluster. It's mostly just vanity items, but the fact that you can actually get, you know, something to use these crazy gems on is nice. Especially since it times you too, it has a bit of a little speedrunning element or encouragement to it. So obviously if you're trying to speedrun something, you want to, you know, you're not going fast if you're using suboptimal stuff. So it indirectly makes this gem grinding actually have a purpose, which is good. But only if you have the mentality of, you know, trying to make the best characters and stuff. If you don't have that mentality, then I don't think the DLC helped that much. Oh, yeah, this is junk. This might actually be good on an off slot for the maximization, since there's a chance that they'll drop the chicken meat. I'm not sure if that actually works in the DLC or not. I'll have to do some testing later on, but that would be nice to give a little leeway. Since you can't use healing items in that maximization mission I did yesterday, it's actually nice to have some healing to offset the damage you're going to take. There's a bunch of obstacles and stuff, so you can't like really go through it too cleanly. I don't even know if he dropped anything. He might have, I think it went inside the wall. But I just looked over there and I didn't see any gold indicators, so I guess he didn't drop anything, luckily. Alright, final cleanup here. Clean out some of the peons first. One down. I don't think he dropped anything, and if he did, it's fallen into the abyss. They need to stop camping over here. It's what I hate about this game. I wish this was just a big open space and it didn't have all this junk in the way. I have to constantly stop my fence because they're gonna get stuck in the wall. Normally that was just a nuisance, but now that they actually drop the best items in the game, you don't want that to happen if you can avoid it. He dropped something. This one's actually decent. The worst thing on here is the quality deer antler proc. That's basically useless. The rest of it's actually pretty good. Let's see if I can get him out of here. He does not want to go the right direction. What I like about the DLC, it's like actual big open space. It's not all this crap in the way that's there for the cutscenes. I wonder if I'm even going to be able to get this gem. Just barely. Oh, this is a good neutral gem. Wow, 2 good gems this run. I can't complain. I'm really glad that I decided to record this. So the flow attack is going to be really good, especially with this character, since a lot of his damage is going to come from the juggles with his standing stun trigger. So 29% trigger attack is going to be good. Attack plus 15% is great as well. And then just 4 base attack speed is going to be good too. And he dropped the consolation prize, which is junk. Alright, 2 gems is that's a pretty good haul considering you only need 6 for a build. And I already have some good pieces for each element already. So I'm gonna let these cutscenes play out and then I'm gonna look at my progress here. So you guys can see exactly how long it's gonna take for me to do maximization stuff. I actually want to get to the store and grab a drink too, so try to cut this short a little bit. Drunk horse, as always. Alright, let me get to... I wish it didn't kick me out. I don't want to sit through all those cutscenes again. I don't think I have anybody I could just go to. I don't have to watch those cutscenes. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I hate that about this game. They need to add an option in a patch to just make it so you can skip all the free mode cutscenes. Doesn't make sense to make you sit through all these load screens and cutscenes for a character that's not even in the story. You're playing as somebody from a different faction who died like 50 years prior and you still have to watch all these cutscenes. Especially when you just want to get to the game. You just want to do the gameplay, you don't care about the story. Oh, this one had a minimal amount, so that's good. Alright, so let's look at the progress here. So for wind, I got this beastly one here, which I see no reason to never use. The only bad thing about it is it doesn't have any attack speed, but I can easily offset that elsewhere. There's also the attack speed recipe which you can always put on, which helps too. So let's see how a wind build would go right now. Let's take this off. Attack plus 24 is really good. This one's pretty decent with the attack speed plus 5. We'll go with that for now. See the best build I can make with my wind gems currently. Yeah, this one, the attack plus 1 is pitiful. That's useless, but attack plus 7% and the Musa regen is really good to have on one gem. Now, 3 more to go. Let's see best possible thing that I could make. Defense, attack, and flow attack is pretty good overall. Only thing that's really lacking at the moment is attack speed. Right now I've got 12%. I'd like to have around 20-25% to feel comfortable. But like I said, I can offset that with the food item, so it's not that much of a deal breaker. So, you know, this one's trash. This has too much junk on it. It doesn't compensate for all the attack speed that it has. So I couldn't really make a good win build right now, unfortunately. I'm really lacking in gems with attack speed. Like, the attack up is great. Right now I'm running 40%, which is pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely one of my more lacking elements. So I got some void ones as well. Let's look at these for a bit. This one's great. The defense is nice to have, especially if you're doing these DLC where you can't just spam healing items. I think this patch, if you're going for optimization, it kind of indirectly buffs ice because you have the you know, DLC missions where you can't just spam items. You actually are pretty much stuck with your base health bar unless you're lucky enough to get a healing drop. So let's go to the top here, see what the optimal stuff would be. I think the void ones can roll pretty much anything, or maybe they have like a higher chance to just roll good stuff. I'm not exactly sure on that. This has Muso regen and trigger attack and attack speed. That's a pretty balanced one. And this one has 6%. No, this one's pretty garbage. You can see why I need to do a lot more farming before I can really take this maximization seriously. I'm still kind of using like patchwork builds. I couldn't really consider the characters like fully optimized the way they are now. Strength plus 39 is actually not bad. I mean, that's a pretty significant amount. I don't know exactly how much damage that equals, but I can't say it's terrible. Yeah, still a lot of work to do, unfortunately. I have a bunch of poison ones as well. Poison actually does a lot of damage over time, but unfortunately a lot of these are junk. I don't think I could really make a good build with these, unfortunately. Now slash. This one's pretty good. I think I just got that one on that previous run. This one's decent. It's got 2 good things and then 2 junk. This one's actually pretty good. Yeah, not much in slash either. I already looked at wind. Lightning is probably my best lore gem category right now. You can see I have a lot of these equipped. These actually work pretty well. I used those in the Ling Tong video yesterday, so lightning's pretty much done. I could have it get a little better, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice my sanity to try to get the best build, especially since, like I said, there's a chance that they will improve it later on. Ice is kind of the same too, some average stuff. There's a couple good ones in here, but not enough to make a build. And then fire. Fire's pretty lackluster too. But yeah, that's my progress. If you guys want to see just more chill farming videos, go ahead and let me know. I'll try to do some streams of this once my upload is not being throttled again. And I think that'll be more fun. It'll make the grind a little more tolerable. Anyway, catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.